will start alongside Maurice Cheeks. Richardson hit 6 of 9 from the floor in the victory here on Sunday. Sixers beating the Knicks in the opener 112-102. Bill Cartwright, Moses Malone underway in game 2. The Knicks in the dark uniform with the blue trimmed with red and white, and they are in possession. Robinson guarded by Ivoroni. The matchup is Richardson and Westfall. Here's King, and rebounded by Malone. Julius looking to put the move on King, and he does. And last touch by Irving.
Dr. J looked good going to the hoop. He faked to his right, went left, missed the layup. Bernard King's lateral movement looked okay, Marv, so that's a good sign as far as the Knicks are concerned.
And Julius will look to test that lateral movement at every opportunity here in the early going. Rory Sparrow, watched by Maurice Cheeks, and the Knicks lead it 2-0.
Marv, the Knicks must get better movement in their set offense. That time it boiled down to Sparrow to go one-on-one with Cheeks, and that's not the way the Knicks would like to score.
Clint Richardson for the doctor. Ivoroni. And here's Malone. They double up. 5 on the shot clock. Cheeks stopped by Cartwright, and Sparrow racing with Richardson. Rebound King.
Great follow-up by Bernard King, hustling on the play. As a matter of fact, he helped to block the shot of Cheeks, and then he got down the floor and hit the missed layup. And good hustle.
Knicks 4, Sixers nothing. Ivoroni posting Robinson. Down to 5 on the 24. Mark Ivoroni. And Westfall gets to it. This is Sparrow. He has Robinson on the far left. Cheeks did not go for the stutter step of Rory Sparrow. Knicks looking for more offense out of Trunk Robinson in the matchup with Mark Ivoroni. Way off. Maurice Cheeks. Westfall got a hand in again. And they'll jump it up.
Maurice Cheeks is doing a good job of penetrating against the Knicks defense. They've been fortunate twice. They blocked his layup attempts. That time, Dr. J and Bernard King went for the loose ball, and I was, everybody knows about Dr. J's long hands, but his long arms, but his hands are so strong, he almost palmed that ball away from Bernard King then.
Has those huge hands.
Yes, he does.
I know you used to go around squeezing the rubber ball, Butch.
It was a jack ball I was squeezing.
And a pushing foul, says Joey Crawford. Bill Cartwright, the culprit. That occurred away from the ball, so a non-shooting foul, and the Sixers will throw in.
Well, Cartwright was trying to beat Malone to the spot, and that's what he must do.
Ivoroni. And rebounded by King. Of course, the Knicks would be delighted to see Ivoroni taking that baseline jumper all night long, and you know that will not continue. Bernard King. Knicks look for the foul, did not get the call. Here's Robinson. Pretty move. And the Knicks off to a 6-0 lead.
The Knicks look pretty good on the offensive end. They're hitting the offensive boards, and that's what they must do.
Three minutes gone by, first quarter. Nice pass from Irving. And Cheeks able to beat Sparrow. So the Knicks now lead it 6-2.
Cheeks caught Sparrow cheating on defense, went without the ball. Dr. J gave it to him. He scored on a layup.
That's what the Knicks were succeeding with all day on Sunday. Bernard off the mark again, as the Knicks bigger guards have been able to post Irving way off. And Julius coming off a poor shooting effort. It's a 3-on-2. Nice feed from King for Sparrow, and the Knicks lead at 8-2.
It's unusual to see Bernard King leading the break in the middle. That time he did. He got the ball over to Sparrow, and he scored on a fast break basket.
King giving Irving that outside shot. Here's Malone. So Moses connects on his first field goal, coming off the hot shooting game on Sunday.
The Knicks would be delighted to still see Moses take that 15-foot jumper, even though he hit that one.
All right, Robinson off the movement on Ivoroni. Nice, powerful drive by Truck Robinson, and the Knicks now lead at 10-4. Here's the doctor. Irving's first bucket, Knicks 10, and the 76ers 6.
Well, that's what Philadelphia likes to do. They like to bring the ball down the right side, post up Doc, and that time he scored against Bernard King.
Here's Sparrow, he got room. And the Knicks, with good shooting in this first quarter, lead at 12-6.
Even a 85% or maybe a 50% Bernard King will do something to your defense. That time, both guys went to Bernard King, and Sparrow ended up scoring.
Cartwright trying to help out, committing the foul. That time, Sparrow involved in a mismatch outside with Irving. You'll see the tail end of that play.
Cheeks went up for the shot. Cartwright blocked it. It looked like a good block. It looked like it might have been contact made by the guard instead of Cartwright, but they called the second foul on Cartwright, and he had to leave the game.
Marvin Webster replacing Bill Cartwright. So Maurice Cheeks will shoot a couple. 5 minutes in, first quarter, and the Knicks now lead it by the score of 12-7.
If the 76ers are to win this game tonight, this gentleman right here at the free throw line will play a major part. He did a good job Sunday. He had 14 points and 10 assists, but it wasn't written in the papers down here in Philadelphia. He's a steady ball player.
Yes, Moses attracting most of the attention,
if not all of it.
The Knicks have hit 6 of their first 11, led by Sparrow's 3 for 4. Nice pass from Sparrow. And Truck Robinson, who has had an excellent playoff, starting with the mini-series against the Nets, able to connect on his third field goal.
We saw Robinson dunk against the 1-3-1 zone press by the 76ers, and the Knicks really broke that defense down.
Knicks by 6, 14-8. All right, Malone in a bump-a-thon with Webster. And Irving soaring for the tip.
Moses Malone shoots the baseline jumper. Doc and Bernard going for the rebound. Irving tipped it in.
14-10, Knicks by 4. Sparrow for King. And Bernard with his second field goal, 16-10. The good shooting of the Knicks continuing. We have 6:20 left in this first quarter. Off the swing away. Moses Malone with a second field goal. Knicks by 4, 16-12.
That was made possible by Doc's pivot, and when he went up for the shot, Marvin Webster came over to try to block it. It freed up Malone for the missed shot, and he tipped it in.
Truck Robinson again, yes, and it counts, and he's eating up Mark Ivoroni. A timeout is called by the Sixers. 5:49 left, first quarter. Knicks lead it by 6.
The opportunity to win the Orlando Flame trip for 2.
Perfect. Now, you know, everything is good. Yeah, now it's set.
No, but when it comes up, I can get it without any trouble. Yeah.
Very good, Ken. Bernard is wearing a special shoe, right? Which I think
Yes, with a pad on it. I think it's a size 16.
special shoe
with
with a built-in pad
yes.
to alleviate the what? Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. I won't. Okay, okay. Right to the action out of this. Okay. Let's check them out now. What? 9 for 14 and what? 5 Back to 13. Not bad. Philadelphia 76er coach Billy Cunningham. And he will comprise one half of our halftime feature. Those close personal friends, Billy Cunningham and Hubie Brown, will be in the spotlight. The interview was not done simultaneously, you understand, Butch, but we are matching up opinions from both Cunningham and Brown.
Thank you for expounding on that, Marv.
That'll be coming up at halftime. Marv Albert, Butch Beard from the Spectrum, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Game 2 of the best of 7 between the Knicks and Sixers. Truck Robinson looking to complete a three-point play, and the Knicks now lead it by the score of 19-12. And Robinson off to a fast start. He now has 9. Knicks with their biggest lead. They apply the trap. Clement Johnson has come on for the first time for the Sixers. Matched with Webster. Malone also on the floor. That's Clement Johnson. Will not count. Traveling violation.
The half-court pressure did exactly what they wanted to do. The Knicks got the ball. They made the ball go into the big man's hand. That time he tried to make a move against the pressure, and he ended up turning it over with the walk.
Sixers looking to create a mismatch with Malone and Clement Johnson on the floor. So Robinson being guarded now by Johnson. Here's Webster. And the Knicks now lead it by the score of 21-12.
Good pass by Bernard King when he saw the double team by Moses Malone, and Marvin went to the hoop, scored on the layup.
They double up on Malone. And Moses having his difficulties. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Cheeks. Beautiful shot. Off glass from no angle at all.
Well, he just created a shot. That's what he did. And he's a good player to do that.
7-point Nick lead. Truck Robinson. Rebound Irving. Clint Richardson. Clement Johnson lost it, and again a travel.
I think Richardson's pass caught Clement Johnson by surprise. I thought Clement thought that Richardson was going to go up for the shot, and that's the reason why he walked on the play. But Dr. J leading the fast break. The Knicks must get back on defense.
Early entrance for Clement Johnson went with the Sixers without Bobby Jones. Mark Ivoroni struggling against Truck Robinson. And a foul up high before the shot attempt, a holding foul on Johnson. Good move to the right by Robinson. Fast first step.
Well, Truck should do that because Clement Johnson is basically a center. He's trying to play the power forward position, and Truck Robinson should be a little quicker, and the Knicks should try to exploit that.
All right, Webster lost it. And last touch by the Sixers. Malone actually deflected it out. And the Knicks will throw in. They have 17 on the shot clock. We have 4:15 remaining in this first quarter. Knicks lead it 21-14. Rory Sparrow try to change direction, but Malone there for the reject. Irving now guarded by Robinson. Malone on a fadeaway. Bad shot. And rebounded by Robinson. Moses thus far not able to operate down low. Here's King. And last touch by Malone.
And you can credit Marvin Webster for his work on the offensive board because he kept Moses from actually going to get that defensive rebound, and Moses lost the ball by banging it off of the support then. You're right. Malone didn't operate down inside Sunday, but he did hit the little 15-foot jumper, and as long as he keeps shooting from far out, I'm pretty sure that Hubie Brown and the Knicks will be satisfied with that.
Just saw Clint Richardson depart. Franklin Edwards, product of New York City, in the lineup. Franklin has had up and down games this season against the Knicks. That's a travel on Sparrow. So the knees may still be bothering Malone if he's not able to go inside the way he normally does.
That could be true. I have always thought with him playing 38 minutes Sunday, it should have an effect upon him before this series is over.
Philadelphia in possession. Knicks lead it by 7. Franklin Edwards. And rebounded by Robinson. Here's Paul Westphal. And Webster able to keep it alive. Knicks get the new 24, just under 3 minutes left in this first quarter. King wide open. And the Knicks now lead at 23-14.
Some kind of move by Bernard King. He goes baseline. Moses Malone reaches for the ball. King stuffs.
And for Bernard, his third field goal, he has 6. Still tough to tell about that ankle. Irving. So Julius with a nice pull-up, and that's his third field goal, has 6. Knicks by 7, 23-16.
If you want to know, it's tough to tell. That time, Irving went one-on-one with King, and he drug that leg, that ankle. He cannot move laterally on it.
Oh, what a move by King. A tough move in traffic to draw the foul, and he'll go to the line looking for a three-pointer.
King gets the ball down low. He's bumped by Irving. He puts the shot up. He's fouled by Irving. The ball hits the rim. Then it rolls in. Good play, good move by Bernard King.
Congratulations from the Sixers. This time we'd like to have you turn to the Golden Nugget ad, first page of your program. If Julius Irving has signed your program, you're one of 3 lucky winners of an official leather basketball courtesy of the Golden Nugget Hotel Casino. And if you're one of the 3 winners, bring those programs to the press box behind Section G. Claim your prize immediately.
Right foot. Ask Hubie, maybe in the timeout they can have him take off his sneaker. Maybe he'll understand. Hot shooting by the Knicks here in the first quarter. They've hit 12 of 21. The Sixers 7 of 16 from the floor. Bernard King to the foul line, looking to complete a three-point play, looking for his 9th point, and that is the injured right ankle. And Bernard with a special shoe with a built-in pad to help matters.
And that right shoe is one size larger than the left shoe. He's wearing a 16 on the right and a 15 on the left foot. At least that's what I heard.
All right, and he's had a fine first quarter, 9 points in all. And the Knicks lead by 10. It's their biggest lead, 26-16. Malone able to elude Webster and then King, 26-18. The Knicks with the lead, 2 minutes left, first quarter, and some pressure by Philly.
That time the 76ers beat the Knicks pressure and got the ball down inside to Malone.
Westphal, three-point attempt. Bad pass, Cheeks lost the handle. Malone back, Sparrow right at him. And Malone off the boards. This is Franklin Edwards. Here's Malone. And Robinson with the rebound. Here's King making a move on Reggie Johnson, who just came on, and Bernard putting it away, protecting the ball and able to do it off glass. He now has 11.
Bernard King with the stutter step and the extra boost to the hoop, spurt to the hoop, and he scored. And that's one of the few times you see Bernard get a fast break basket going down the right side of the floor.
Offensive foul on this man, number 33, Reggie Johnson.
Johnson with the ball down low, bumps into Bernard King. He's called for the offensive foul.
It is all going the Knicks' way in this first quarter. Just under a minute left. The Knicks leading Philadelphia by 10, 28-18. Here's Robinson, lost it to Malone, and a pushing foul. And it's on Truck as he tried to get it back.
Truck Robinson had the good position down low on Clement Johnson. As he started to make his move, he lost control of the ball. Moses Malone came up with the ball, and Truck Robinson pushed Moses in the back. But I tell you, when Sparrow challenged Malone on the fast break, Malone did not move at all. So that's, I have to believe that his knees aren't as sound as people think.
Malone establishing position, and the foul by Webster. So that puts the Knicks over the foul limit. And substitutions, Trent Tucker coming on along with Lewis Orr, Paul Westphal and Bernard King sitting down. And what an effort by King here in this first quarter. He was a question mark right up until game time, and he came out and provided some answers. 11 points for King in the first quarter.
And Marv, you have to be concerned with whether or not that ankle now will tighten up with the rest, because he will cool off, and then Hubie will have to make a decision on whether to play him the rest of the game.
Knicks by 8, 28-20. Down to 35 seconds left in the first quarter. The Knicks now have Sparrow and Tucker at the guards. Webster, Robinson, and Orr up front. Robinson guarded by Clement Johnson. Here's Orr guarded by Reggie Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lewis Orr. And nice play by the combination of Webster and Tucker. Tucker, yes. Trent Tucker giving the Knicks a 30-20 lead. 10 seconds remaining. First quarter. Down to 5. Franklin Edwards lost the handle. Knicks take over. 2 seconds left in the quarter. All right, Orr pegging. Broken up by Cheeks. And that's it. Oh! So that is the end of the first quarter here at the Spectrum. The Knicks lead it. The Knicks 30, the 76ers 20. There are still tickets remaining for the Knicks home playoff games against the 76ers this weekend. Game 3 Saturday at 2 o'clock and Game 4 Sunday at the Garden starting at 3:30. Tickets may be purchased at the Garden box office or at any Ticketron location. So we're underway, second quarter. And the Knicks lead the Sixers by the score of 30-20. Maurice Cheeks, who unleashed that buzzer beater attempt, off for Franklin Edwards. Here's Clement Johnson on the fake. He nearly traveled. The Knicks now lead by 8, 30-22.
Sly Williams mistimed his jump. Therefore, it freed up Clement Johnson for the rebound, and he scored.
Sly Williams on the floor for the first time. Here's Lewis Orr. Yes. And the Knicks hot shooting continues. They are now 15 for 26 from the floor. Maurice Cheeks driving the length of the court and drew the foul. Marvin Webster being held back by Lewis Orr.
Marv, that's one of the problems that Cheeks will cause. Him getting up the floor right quick, trying to generate fast offensive points for the 76ers. And when that happens, the big men suffer because they go for the block. And normally they get in foul trouble by doing that.
Webster sits down. Bill Cartwright has come on. Webster committing a second. Cartwright picked up a quick 2 in the first quarter, so Hubie Brown shuffling at the center position. The Knicks now go with a backcourt of Trent Tucker, Ernie Grunfeld in for the first time. Up front, Bill Cartwright, Sly Williams, and Lewis Orr. Knicks by 8, 32 to 24, and pressure from the Sixers, so Cartwright back to help. And Tucker met by Cheeks. Opening minute, second quarter. Here's Grunfeld off the pull. And Moses Malone also had a hand on it.
But Sly Williams will get credit for it. Sly doing the garbage work that he likes to do. Got in and tipped the ball in.
10-point Knick lead, 34-24. They double up on Malone. And illegal defense called on the Knicks. That's the zone warning.
Well, that's what the Knicks would like to do defensively against the 76ers, especially when Moses Malone has the ball down inside. They double team, but the defense did not rotate quick enough, and they were caught in the illegal defense.
Malone sits down, leaves with 8, not a major factor to this point, and replaced by Julius Erving. So Erving is up front along with Reggie and Clement Johnson. There's Clement Johnson. Clement Johnson, who during the course of his days with the Indiana Pacers had some solid ball games against the Knicks. And last touch by Franklin Edwards off the inbound, so the Knicks will attempt it again, and lots of pressure from the Sixers. They all move down court.
Right now, the 76ers have the 2 quickest guards that they have on their roster in Cheeks and Richardson, and they are applying pressure against Tucker and Grunfeld.
Mentioned earlier that Julius Erving said he might see some service in the backcourt. That'll count. Goaltending is called, and Sly receives credit for the field goal. I would think Billy Cunningham will look to see how things go before he goes with the dock in the backcourt.
True. We see Sly Williams getting the shot off, Reggie Johnson blocking it, goaltending against Reggie Johnson.
And the Knicks by 10. 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Now Erving posting, or able to knock it away. Ernie Grunfeld, yes. And the Knicks by 12, 38 to 26.
Defense making offense for the Knicks, and they look extremely sharp defensively right now.
Clement Johnson. That's his 3rd field goal. He has 6. And the Knicks lead is 10. 2.5 gone by. Second quarter. Sly off the fake. And Orr wide open. Rebound Sly. Nice pass for Tucker.
It was all Sly Williams. The penetration over to Orr. Then when Orr missed the jump shot, Sly Williams got the offensive rebound and hit Trent Tucker up under the hoop for an easy layup.
And Billy Cunningham not happy. Timeout has been called. It's a 20-second timeout. So Cunningham looking to regroup things. Philadelphia 76ers with Andrew Toney out of action because of an injured thigh. Bobby Jones out because of the flu. It appears that Moses Malone is bothered by those aching knees, and the Sixers have not looked sharp in this first half. Here's a look at that last sequence. Sly Williams with a beautiful feed for Trent Tucker.
And right now, Billy Cunningham has a bad matchup with Sly Williams being guarded by Reggie Johnson. I feel that Sly can take Reggie Johnson one-on-one anytime he wants to and go any place on the floor. And Billy Cunningham has to be concerned about that because his 76ers right now aren't playing that well.
It also helps that the Knicks have been on fire. The 19 for 32 from the floor. And getting the shots, the Sixers with only 23 shots. There's a shot for the doctor. 40 to 30. The Knicks by 10. Erving has 8 points. on the 24. Slide from deep. Yes. And that bails you out when the shot clock is running down.
It sure does. And Trent Tucker got away, I feel, with the walk, and the people in the spectrum thought Tucker would walk before he made the pass.
All right, 12-point Nick lead. Irving rebounded by Cartwright. Grunfeld. And the Sixers looking to break. They have not been able to accelerate thus far today. Now the Knicks on the run. Sly off the deflection, but Orr right there. And the Knicks lead by 14. It's their biggest lead.
That time Sly Williams going to the hoop. He just missed the layup, and Louis Orr followed the missed shot and scored. And the 76ers aren't getting back defensively, and they don't look good in their transition game.
All right, here's Cheeks. And rebound Orr. Loose ball foul on Irving. And for Irving, his second. And Julius upset.
Doc is explaining that Louis Orr caught his arm. Let's see. Lewis has him pinned right there. Not a bad move. It could have gone either way. Lewis got the benefit of the doubt simply because he's a little smaller. That's all.
Yes, that was one of those borderline calls. And it went the Knick way. Tucker open again. And last touch. Well, looked to be last touch by Irving, but Darryl Garrettson says off Sly Williams.
Sly couldn't believe it, but Garrettson could.
7:20 left, first half. Marv Albert with Butch Beard from the Spectrum in Philly. It's game 2 of the best-of-7 playoff series between the Knicks and the Sixers. Tough move by Malone, and he is fouled. Moses looking to stir things up, looking to get the club going.
Moses got the good position down low on Bill Cartwright. You see the 76ers moving the ball. Now you see where Moses is. That's good position on anybody. Now he goes up. He's trying to create contact there. If the foul was called, it was called before Moses went up for the shot because Cartwright did not foul Malone as he put the shot up. But anyway, Cartwright, Webster must try to keep Moses from getting that position down low.
Louis Orr was called on the foul, his first. Moses Malone, who hit 15 of 23 on the way to that 38-point game on Sunday. And the Sixers now down by 12, 44 to 32. Grunfeld and Tucker at the guards. Cartwright, Williams, Orr up front. And the offensive foul called on the Knicks. Ernie Grunfeld called for the foul. Rory Sparrow's come on now. Hubie Brown doing some shuffling. Trent Tucker sitting down.
The defense for the 76ers picked up, became much more aggressive, and that time Ernie Grunfeld going one-on-one with Clint Richardson picked up the offensive foul as he went up to make the pass.
And the Philadelphia 76ers call for time. 6 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It's the Knicks 44 and Philadelphia 32.
This is lucky number time. And if you read number 65569 through 65578, each of the 10 or all of them can win the many fine prizes that we discussed a little while ago in Orlando, and that includes trips to Orlando, Florida, the hotel accommodations and the airfare, courtesy of Wainwright Travel Air Florida. Champion Spark Plug Deluxe Go-Kart, fur coat courtesy of New York Fur Salon, weekend for 2 to the Lancaster, Pennsylvania Treadway Inn. So to the holders of programs 65569 through 65578, please bring those programs to the big MN tunnel and to the Spectrum court level. Do so now. And with us this afternoon, a young gentleman who He's the Eagles' #1 draft choice. Please welcome fullback Michael Haddix with us.
All right, here are the Knicks moving back on. It'll be Philadelphia ball as we resume. Just under 7 minutes remaining in the first half, and the Knicks lead by 12. The Knicks have led throughout. They led by 10. They led 30-20 at the quarter, and they've led by as many as 14. Irving back in along with Malone and Clement Johnson. Julius lost the dribble. Recovers, and then recaptured by Cartwright. Here's Orr around Clement Johnson, but stopped by Irving. Orr again.
Louis Orr would not be denied. He had his running right-handed hook shot blocked, but he got his rebound back, put it up left-handed, and scored.
6 points for Orr. And the Knicks forwards have been killing the Sixers. Moses Malone. Grunfeld with the save, recaptured by Richardson. Here's Irving. Clint Richardson stopped, and let's see, offensive foul called on Richardson. What a sequence. Let's get another look at it.
When was the last time you saw this man do this?
Wow.
And then Clint Richardson getting the ball and charges into Ernie Grunfeld. Not too many times in your life, Marv, or mine.
The Knicks by 14, just under 6 remaining. No call, the crowd goes wild. Fans wanted to travel on Sly Williams. Here's Richardson. And the poor Philadelphia shooting continues. Rory Sparrow calling it out. 5.5 left, first half. Orr wide open. And Richardson off the deflect. Here's Edwards, Sparrow back. Edwards fires. And last touch by the Knicks.
Marv, that was a good move by Louis Orr. Then Bill Cartwright just responded a little too slow. Orr gave him a good pass. Cartwright did not spin quick enough off of the pick.
Truck Robinson and Bernard King are back. They each had big first quarters. King with 11, despite the sprained ankle. Robinson with 9. Knicks also have gotten 6 apiece from Williams and Orr. Had a bad pass. Moses Malone got fooled by the cutting Edwards.
One thing Moses Malone does not like to do, he will not give up the ball. That time he was triple teamed. He still didn't look for a teammate and threw the ball out of bounds.
Rory Sparrow that time with the challenge of Clement Johnson, and it's Johnson coming away with his second personal.
Sparrow going between his legs, penetrating. Johnson coming over. Looked like he may have been there. The Knicks may have gotten a break then because Sparrow was fouled, and he's going to the free throw line.
Rory Sparrow making his first appearance at the line. He has 3 field goals, 6 points. So the Knicks now lead at 47-32. During the regular season, the Philadelphia 76ers, who were 65-17, won 5 out of 6 from the Knicks. They open up here on Sunday by beating the Knicks 112-102 in game 1. Right here, the Knicks with their biggest lead, a 16-point margin. 4.5 left in the first half. Again, they collapse on Malone. And the quickness of Sparrow beating Clement Johnson. And Billy Cunningham screaming. He felt Sparrow was out of bounds. Here's Cartwright. He traveled.
Well, everything is happening. It's really exciting, and Billy Cunningham is waving for his ball club to hurry, come back on offense.
And Irving missed timing on the alley-oop. That pass slightly off the mark. Julius comes away with it, tries again. Rebound Johnson. It has been a bizarre second quarter for the Doctor.
Yes, Doc on his way to the hoop. Johnson comes up with the ball, and he scored, and that was after Dr. J picked the ball up as he was lying on the floor.
Back live. Buck is rejected, and Clint Richardson comes away. Here's Irving. King and Sparrow back, Julius. And the crowd explodes as the Sixers look to make their way back into it. Now down by 12. And a wise move by the Knicks. Timeout called. It's a 20-second timeout. And for the first time this evening, the crowd here at the Spectrum in the ball game.
You're right. We see Dr. J going one-on-one with Bernard King in the open floor. He scored as Sparrow comes over to help. Hubie Brown called a 20-second timeout to actually get his ball club under control again, but also get the crowd out of the game. They have been sitting here waiting to see if the 76ers can explode to get back before halftime.
At the previous play, the follow by Clement Johnson following the adventure by Julius Irving. And the Knicks and the Sixers making their way back on.
As the crowd is getting on Joe Crawford. It just doesn't pay to be an official sometimes, Marv.
That's Crawford with the ball, and some fans in that area on their feet and screaming in the face of Joey Crawford. All right, 3:15 left in the second quarter. King's shot was deflected. Here's Sparrow, and rebound Irving. Oh, what a move by Irving to get the pass away, and now the foul on the Knicks.
Dr. J coming on the fast break. You see him leave his feet here, looking around. He gets the pass over to Richardson, and then Richardson hit Cheeks, and he was fouled going to the hoop. And the 76ers now are at an up-tempo.
And Julius carrying the ball club right now off the accelerated moves, although he did miss a couple of, for Julius Irving, easy shots. That last foul committed by Robinson, he has two. We're under 3 minutes left in the first half, and the Knicks now lead by 11, 48-37. Knicks look to weather the Sixer barrage. Reach in on Clement Johnson. That's his third. That's a significant foul because Clement Johnson, an important man tonight, what with Moses Malone's situation up in the air with Bobby Jones out of the lineup because of the flu. And a timeout has been called. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining first half. Knicks lead it by 11.
Elton Beller.
60, 63, 61.
Coach Cunningham.
And Clement Johnson.
What was it?
Cunningham and Clement.
So, and Cunningham.
Wait a minute. They called it on Cunningham? Right.
Yeah.
I thought it was on.
Yes. A technical foul has been called on Billy Cunningham, who was vehemently arguing with the officials, Garrettson and Crawford. Paul Westphal hitting the tee, and Clement Johnson also hit with a technical. Did not like that last call that was made on him. So Westphal will shoot both. And the Knicks now lead it by the score of 50-37. So 2 technical fouls. Clement Johnson and Billy Cunningham hit, and it's Nick Ball. Potential 4-point play here. They collapse on Cartwright. Westphal in 3-point range. And fires. And hits. 3-pointer for Paul Westphal. So the Knicks, who were being threatened by the Julius Erving-led 76ers, back up now by the big margin. Lead by 16, 53-37. Here's Erving. And he gets the roll, 53-39. Julius has 12 points off 6 field goals.
Bernard King that time was a little slow getting over the pick. Dr. J hit the jumper.
Fans looking for calls at every opportunity, and a great move by King again.
Bernard King looked extremely quick on that move. I don't know if his ankle is hurting him or not.
2 minutes left in the half.
Right under 2 minutes left, first half. Knicks by 16. Clint Richardson. Last touch by Richardson. Crowd is reacting to every borderline possibility. Crowd also correct on several occasions.
In your mind.
And crowd wrong on other occasions.
There you go.
Minute and a half left in this first half. Again, Westphal wide open. Moses Malone off the board. This is Cheeks using Ivaroni's pick. Here's Erving, met by Robinson, and rebounded by Cartwright. Bernard King off the head of Truck. Well, he'll take it. And the Knicks lead at 57-39. That is not one they've been working on in practice.
I don't think so, but like you said, the Knicks will take it, and Bernard King drawing the defense to him.
Little soccer move by Truck.
Pele, maybe.
All right, Malone right at Cartwright. And the foul on Cartwright, his third. And here comes Marvin Webster.
Cartwright is letting Malone get inside too easily. He is being physical with Malone, but he's not stopping him from getting down low, whereas Marvin Webster will try to bump him before he gets into that position, and Mike Davis comes in for Bill Cartwright as Marvin Webster has 2 fouls on him, so Hubie is not taking a chance of getting the 3rd foul on his backup center. He will use Davis these last 48 seconds.
All right, it appeared that Webster was all set to come on, and then the Knicks made the change. So Mike Davis, who Hubie Brown said would see some action. 45 seconds remaining in this first half. Mike Davis on the floor. He's up front with Bernard King and Truck Robinson. Knicks lead it by 17. Looking to tie the series at 1. Here's Robinson. Yes, and it counts. And again, Robinson beating Ivaroni and drawing the foul.
Truck Robinson on his way to the hoop. Ivaroni bumps him as Truck goes up for the shot. He scores. 3-point possibility. Truck faking the pass, beating Ivaroni, going to the basket, was fouled. Good offensive move by Truck Robinson. Good first half by Robinson.
Looking for his 14th point. Out of 30 seconds to go in this first half. The Knicks 59 and Philadelphia 40. Little chit-chat, little bumping between Mike Davis, Moses Malone. Down to 15 seconds. And Cheeks will go to the foul line. Blocked by Sparrow.
Maurice Cheeks was working the shot clock. He realized that he couldn't run a set play, and he penetrated that time against Sparrow. Picked up the foul on Sparrow.
Cheeks 5 for 6 from the line. Now 10 points in all. Maurice Cheeks. Sixers now 10 of 11 from the foul line. Coming up at halftime, we'll hear from both Philadelphia 76er coach Billy Cunningham and New York Knicks coach Hubie Brown. Good box out by Robinson. 10 seconds to go. First half, Knicks by 18 and in possession. We're down to 5. Westfall down to 3. And the steal by Malone. And here's Malone firing as this first half comes to an end. And a superb half for the New York Knicks. The score at halftime, the Knicks 59, the Philadelphia 76ers 41. Coming up, we'll hear from Billy Cunningham and Hubie Brown.
Red carpet goes down. A combination of Darryl and David will be in charge of the shooter-outers. You know what fine prizes they get if they make it with one try from center court. Okay, let's go.
Now back to Marv.
All right, Butch, and both clubs back on the floor. The Knicks leading it by 18, the High Point men. In the first half, the Knicks led by Truck Robinson and Bernard King, 13 apiece. Rory Sparrow had 8, 6 apiece for Sly Williams and Lois Orr. The Sixers led by Julius Erving. He had 12, Moses Malone with 11, Maurice Cheeks with 10, and Clement Johnson with 8. And it's Philadelphia ball as we get underway, third quarter. Cartwright is playing with 3 personal fouls. Here's Erving. King got a piece of it, and off the steal, Westfall with Clint Richardson back. Richardson not allowing the shot off the pump by Westfall. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Truck again, right at Ivaroni on a finger roll. 15 points for Truck Robinson, and the Knicks now lead at 61 to 41. They double up on Malone. Westfall providing help. So Cheeks with the open shot. 61-43. The Knicks by 18. Some pressure by Richardson. Robinson met by Malone. From all angles, Truck Robinson giving the Knicks a 20-point lead. Truck Robinson, severely criticized in the past, particularly as a member of the Phoenix Suns, for not playing well during the course of the playoffs. And he has had a sensational playoff thus far for the New York Knicks. A block called on Sparrow. Rory out of the Walt Frazier mold, taking a rest.
Having the ball over on the right side, on the left side, going right. And Sparrow picks up the block.
Here's Erving. A deep finger roll attempted. All right, Butch Beard has made his way back upstairs.
It's good to be in some kind of physical shape.
Yes. All right, Erving off the steal. Westfall breaks it up, but a foul. Good play, though, by Westfall.
Yes, it was, Mark, because the 76ers had numbers on the fast break. Westfall, anticipating the pass, picked up the foul.
The Knicks 50% from the floor in the first half, 26 out of 52. Sixers shot only 37%, 15 for 40. Here's Cheeks. Maurice Cheeks with his 4th field goal has a total of 14 points. And the Knicks turn it over. The Knicks with only 7 turnovers in the first half. The Sixers had 11 off the boards. Knicks had a 26-22 edge. Led by Robinson, he had 7 rebounds. Malone had 7. Here's Erving. And the Knicks would be delighted to see him continue shooting from the outside. Meanwhile, Malone out muscling Cartwright.
Malone getting the inside position on Bill Cartwright, fakes him, puts the ball up. He scored. He also walked, but it wasn't called.
Yes. 63-47. Knicks by 16. Sparrow came from out of bounds. He stepped out and then returned.
Right now, the Knicks must not lose their composure on the offensive end. That time, Sparrow stepped out of bounds as Truck Robinson was double teamed.
3 minutes gone by, third quarter. Cheeks kicked it and knocked out of bounds by the Sixers. Both clubs out of control as we open up this third quarter.
It's not exactly what I thought the third quarter would start up. And right now, if the Knicks get control and composure of themselves, they can win this game.
All right, Malone for Cheeks. Good play by Moses, taking it out of the hands of Truck Robinson. Clint Richardson. And last touch by King.
Marv, Sunday, everybody for the 76ers was hitting that outside jumper. Tonight, it's not going down, so therefore the 76ers cannot generate quick offense, and that's in the Knicks' favor.
Ivaroni wide open.
Truck Robinson insulted him then.
Yeah.
He told him to take it, please.
Ivaroni now 0 for 3. And a reach-in on Ivaroni. That's his third. He has really had a brutal time.
He's had a brutal time tonight. Sunday, he went 4 for 4 and played an extremely good ball game. He scored 8 points. Tonight, Truck Robinson is sorely outplaying him.
Mark Ivaroni, a third-round draft pick of the Knicks back in 1978. Spent part of 3 years in Italy. He is a rookie with the Sixers. Cartwright continues the 0 in the scoring column. 8 minutes left, third quarter. Knicks lead it by 16. Here's Malone. And King off the boards. And the Knicks with a 4-on-3. Nice pass from Bernard King, but a travel on Sparrow.
Another golden opportunity for the Knicks to score in a transition game starting the third quarter. Both ball clubs are sloppy. The team that settles down will probably go ahead and win this game.
Well, this crowd looking for an explosion, looking for a burst from the Sixers. It did occur briefly in the second quarter. Here's Malone. And Moses looking stronger in this third quarter than the entire first half. 14-point Knick lead. There's King. Rebound, Malone. And the crowd urging their Sixers on. Will not count. Blocking foul on King before the shot.
Now you have another element in the game. You have the crowd, and they are trying to spur the 76ers on.
Bernard King committing his second, and the Knicks want to talk it over. 6:58 left, third quarter. Knicks 63, Philadelphia 49.
Everyone sitting in an entire section will win a coupon good for a free Big Mac sandwich. Everyone in the lucky row.
You made it up here without any trouble, right?
Yeah, okay. Gunther Gable Williams.
A $5 gift certificate to Murder Clothes and a 14 wall throughout the telephone. And the individual in the lucky seat.
Yeah, it did occur, but this is serious playoffs.
That's right. This is serious, as he keeps saying.
I'm side then.
The lucky section this evening.
You play often in these games, Marv?
Is section
You play often in these games?
10.
Too quick.
How long was it on?
About a second.
9. Lucky seat 8. Congratulations.
It is circus time at the Garden through the 5th of June. And don't miss Gunther Gable Williams, the master of the animal kingdom, the Pink Panther, all of the performers and hilarious clowns of the circus. Tickets on sale at the Garden box office at Ticketron outlets and by calling Charge It at 212-944-9300. Halftime score, game 1 of the best of 7 between Boston and Milwaukee. The Bucks 54 and the Celtics 48. Halftime score, Denver at San Antonio. And nothing in as of yet. San Antonio leading that series 1-0 off the shootout last night, accounting for a playoff record 285 points between the two clubs. Again, the collapse on Malone. Here's Cheeks. And rebound Robinson. Guns it down. It's a 2-on-1. Sparrow taking. Rory having a very rough time here in the third quarter. He's turned it over a couple of times and now called for the charge. He had Westfall with him, but chose to take it himself.
Sparrow went to the hoop. He missed the layup, and then Westfall went over a 76ers back, picked up the foul.
So it remaining. Third quarter. Knicks now by 14. Again, Robinson off the board. And King with Cheeks back. Bernard is fouled by Cheeks. For Maurice, his first.
Mo Cheeks did a good job of anticipating this move by Bernard King. Going to his left. He stripped the ball away from Bernard, but he got a little wrist. He was called for the foul. And in that shot, Bill Cartwright did a super job of blocking Moses Malone off the offensive board, enabling Truck Robinson to get the rebound.
Bernard King, a 79% free throw shooter. Average just under 22 on the season. However, a foul line violation, and King will get another, and it was Ivoroni stepping in.
When you're having one of those kind of nights, that's what happens to you. And Ivoroni is having one of those kind of nights.
And Bernard King takes advantage with the substitute foul shot. 15-point Knick lead, 6 minutes left, third quarter. Malone again getting position on Cartwright and fouled. What is it about Cartwright playing Malone? Is he not picking him up high enough? Does he let him set up down low?
Well, I think Cartwright lets Malone get the position too easily, and then he tries to use his body on him. What you have to do to a player like Malone, you have to try to beat him to the spot or bump him before he gets to the spot. That time Malone beat Cartwright to the spot, and Cartwright picked up the foul. You will see Marvin Webster actually be a little more physical with Malone because he will try to beat him to the spot, or he will bump him before Malone gets to that spot.
Malone is 6 for 7 from the line. Webster has come on. Cartwright leaving with 4 fouls and has not scored. And obviously the play of Malone against Cartwright has also affected Cartwright's scoring. Has not been able to locate shots. In all fairness, has not received the ball in proper position often enough. I recall a couple of real big games that Cartwright did have against Malone in Houston a couple of years back. Here's Webster. Knicks getting nothing offensively out of the center position. And that Knick lead has evaporated down to 13. They've led by as many as 20. Joe Crawford with the call on the Knicks. Paul Westfall committing his third. And the Knicks over the foul limit. Irving to the line for the first time.
Westfall was caught with a mismatch down low with Irving, and he fouled Irving as Doc was trying to post up low.
He's a 76% free throw shooter. The Knick lead is down to 12. They led by 10 at the quarter, 18 at halftime. They've led by as many as 20. The Knicks now lead at 64 to 53. So the Sixers chipping away, and they've done it by virtue of Knick turnovers. Robinson throwing it out. There's Cheeks. And it's down to 9. 64-55. Westfall thought there was a foul call. Nothing called. Here's Malone. A spectacular shot by Malone. The Knicks bench cannot believe there was no foul call. And a timeout called by the Knicks.
All right, okay. No, there wasn't a foul. He knocked the ball. He was trying to go between his legs and went off of his foot.
Yeah.
And Malone picked it up, and an opportunity scored. He was fouled. That's a three-point play opportunity there.
Standing ovation for the Philadelphia 76ers as they move back on the court. The Knicks and Sixers meet again in Game 3 at the Garden. Saturday at 2 o'clock. Game 4 Sunday at the Garden, 3:30, and there are still tickets remaining for the Knicks home playoff games. Tickets may be purchased at the Garden box office or at any Ticketron outlets. And the Sixers may have the Knicks rattled right here off a 16-5 spurt. In the third quarter, a 20-point lead is down to 7, 64-57, 4:45 remaining. Third quarter, Trent Tucker back in the lineup. Fans thought he traveled. Here's Truck Robinson, blocked by Irving.
Truck Robinson going one-on-one with Malone. Irving comes from behind and blocks the shot. The 76ers have made a defensive change. They've put Clement Johnson on the center, and Moses Malone right now is guarding Truck Robinson.
Robinson stopped by Malone. Clint Richardson on the ball. Here's Irving. Johnson. The Knicks lead is down to 5, 64-59.
And the Knicks need a basket in the worst way to stop the 76ers momentum right now.
Down to 4 minutes left, third quarter. And it's Cheeks off the steal. It's down to 3. The blind pass thrown by Robinson, and again, the Knicks call for time. The Knicks have been outscored in this third quarter 20-5 by the 76ers. So the Sixers, who trailed by as many as 20, trailed by 18 at halftime, have turned it 360. It's a 3-point Knicks lead. And it has been all Sixers in this third quarter, a very poor third quarter in terms of handling the ball by the Knicks. as turnovers have handed the ball game right back the other way.
You're right, Marv. The same thing happened to the Knicks Sunday afternoon. The 76ers in the third quarter reeled off 13 straight points, and during that period, they reeled off 15 points to the Knicks 2 points. Again, the 76ers coming out, being aggressive on the defensive end, playing the passing lane, especially Mo Cheeks, being opportunists, picking up loose balls, which have gotten them into their transition game. Here you see Truck Robinson looking for somebody to pass to. Cheeks in the passing lane, picks off the pass, goes in for the easy layup, and the Knicks must get into the flow of their half-court offense and move the ball from strong side to weak side so they can get easy jumpers, or it could be the same results that it was Sunday afternoon. And another thing, the crowd now has gotten involved into the game.
Crowd was very quiet through most of the first half. Very little to cheer for from the Philadelphia point of view. Louis Orr on the floor with Sly Williams and Marvin Webster. They are up front. Trent Tucker and Rory Sparrow in the backcourt. Here's Orr, guarded by Irving. Sly Williams. Sly being guarded by Malone. Last touch by Cheeks.
Louis Orr almost picked off that offensive rebound and scored then. Dr. J did not block him out, but Mo Cheeks always around the ball, knocked the ball away from Orr.
Philadelphia scored 18 of the last 19 points in the midst of this 20-5 spurt in the third quarter. Sparrow. Rebound, Webster. And the foul. No, they called it the other way. Offensive foul on Webster.
Marvin Webster looked like he did a super job of getting the offensive rebound. Let's see, the shot goes up. He works for the offensive rebound. Now he's going back up. He did push show off with his left elbow. Good call by Garrison.
The Knicks clinging to a 3-point lead. We're down to 3:10 left, third quarter. Malone moving left. Stripped by Sly. It's a 3-on-2. Trent Tucker. Here's Cheeks. Irving. It is down to 1. Straight points by the Sixers. And the chant of defense, Sly Williams. Knicks can't buy one. Philadelphia can lead right here for the first time tonight. The doctor off the crossover. Sixers with the new 24. Moses Malone called for the travel. So the Knicks will take over.
The 76ers are an explosive ball club. They got an 8 into the New York Knicks lead. Now you have a basketball game on your hands.
We're down to 2 minutes left, third quarter. Here's Orr.
Left in the quarter.
Sly Williams and Moses Malone. Moses very serious about this ball game.
He's serious every time he goes out on the court, and right now he is really working both boards. You see him going to the defensive board, ripping the ball away from Sly Williams. A jump ball was called.
And Joe Crawford says do it again. So they'll jump it again. Minute 53 left, third quarter. Philadelphia 76ers on a roll, down by as many as 20, now trailing by 1. They've scored 14 straight points. The Knicks with only 5 points this third quarter. Sixers control the tap. Franklin Edwards moving down. And a foul on Sparrow. Rory Sparrow committing his second. Knicks over the foul limit.
Sparrow, second penalty area.
2 shots upcoming for Edwards. Franklin shaken up on the play. He's a 76% free throw shooter. The hand for Julius Erving as Reggie Johnson replaces him. The doctor sits down with 16.
The 76ers have come all the way back. Now they've tied the score. And it's amazing how they did it. It's not amazing because they played good defense, and that was how they did it. But they did it so quick.
Philadelphia by 1. 65-64. Sly guarded by Malone. Bad pass. And the Sixers take over. And they say inbound again. It was not, apparently, was not properly inbounded.
Well, Crawford didn't have an opportunity to touch the ball. The official must touch the ball on a turnover like that.
And Orr off the steal. Here's Sparrow. And the Knicks finally score. 16 straight points by the Sixers. The Knicks lead by 1. A minute left in the third quarter.
And that wasn't easy. Sparrow almost missed the wide open bunny then.
Good play by Orr, and he was tripped by Johnson.
Good anticipation by Louis Orr. He saw the pass going into Reggie Johnson, came to the blind side, knocked the ball away, and was tripped up by Reggie Johnson. Here you see Orr going on the blind side, was tripped up there. Foul was called against Reggie Johnson.
Out of 40 seconds left, third quarter. That's Edwards guarding Sparrow. Here's Sly. He's had his troubles with Malone. Not able to take advantage of his quickness. Trent Tucker on the fadeaway. And the Knicks now lead 68-65.
And it looks like the Knicks have gotten their composure back, although the 76ers are in this game.
Down to 10 seconds left in the quarter. Clint Richardson will not count. Came after the buzzer. And that is the end of the third quarter, a quarter the Knicks would like to file. They went 8 minutes and 39 seconds without a basket. They score only 9 points in the third quarter. We'll be right back. Points. The all-time playoff low was 8. Who, again, let me have it. That's good. All right. All-time lowest quarter in the playoffs. And that's without a shot clock. That's, you know, holding the ball. Yeah. That's great.
All right, I wonder who that was against.
Minneapolis Lakers.
Oh, the Knicks? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gee.
Kenny, it was 16 straight, right? 16 straight. I mean, and what was it? They outscored it.
Attention, please. The official attendance this evening.
Of who first?
15,829. The Sixers thank each of you for your presence this evening.
Pardon? Well, who was showing first? Knicks first? All right. On to the fourth quarter here at the Spectrum. The High Point men for the Knicks. Truck Robinson with 17. Bernard King with 14. Rory Sparrow has 10. Philadelphia 76ers led by Moses Malone with 19. Maurice Cheeks 18. Julius Erving with 16. The Knicks outscored in the third quarter 24-9. They led by 18 going to the third. Sixers reeling off 16 consecutive points. Knicks went 8.5 minutes without a bucket, and it's the second all-time lowest scoring quarter in playoff competition for the a three-point Knick lead. Knicks get the new 24. Here's Sly Williams. Ernie Grunfeld in the lineup in the backcourt with Tucker. Sly is really having his problems. Franklin Edwards. Moses Malone. And Clement Johnson lost it. Look out. He accidentally hit Grunfeld. Let's see what the call is by Darryl Garretson. Garretson said
the call.
Wrong call. He changed his mind. He meant to say white ball.
Yes,
and called it for the Knicks.
It was the correct call, but right now the 76er big men are controlling both boards. That time they went to the offensive boards extremely strong.
Opening minute, fourth quarter, and illegal defense has been called on the Knicks, so that will be a technical foul. That's the second call. That's the technical for the zone, and Franklin Edwards will shoot the tee.
Hubie isn't going along with the call, but Sly Williams was in the illegal defense then. His man had gone out beyond the three-point area, and Sly was back there trying to help out on Malone.
So the Knicks lead us down to 2. The all-time low in playoff competition for the Knicks back in April of 1952. That is prior to the 24-second shot, 24-second clock. The Knicks scored only 8 points in the third quarter against the Minneapolis Lakers. So they scored 9 here in the third, their second lowest. Edwards. And last touch by Malone. So the Knicks will take over.
And the Knicks really got to break then because Malone had the inside position on Bill Cartwright. He just couldn't control the missed shot by Edwards.
Brent Tucker matched with Franklin Edwards. Ernie Grunfeld being played by Maurice Cheeks. And a traveling violation.
What is happening to the Knicks on the offensive end? They are looking for one individual to go one-on-one with the 76ers. Therefore, the 76ers defense is sloughing back to help out. They need to get more movement on their half-court offense. The Knicks do.
And as we open up this fourth quarter, Julius Erving being provided a rest. Here's Edwards, and he's fouled by Grunfeld. So Edwards, good foul student, will shoot a pair.
That time Grunfeld dropped back to help out on Malone. Malone did not try to make a move. He went back to Edwards. Edwards went up for the shot. He was fouled by Grunfeld as Grunfeld ran past him then.
Franklin Edwards out of Julia Richmond High School in New York City, second year of the NBA out of Cleveland State. Cutting that Knick lead down to 1. Sixers led briefly by 1 late third quarter off the explosion in the third. So we're tied at 68. Marv Albert with Butch Beard from the Spectrum in Philly. 15,829 on hand, so a slightly larger crowd than for game 1 on Sunday afternoon. Joe Crawford with the call against the Sixers, a holding foul indicated, and a non-shooting foul. That's number 4 on Clement Johnson. Here's Sly. Baseball pass from Malone, and nearly a terrific play by Franklin Edwards. Good short hop by Grunfeld. Here's Lewis Orr. And the foul on the Sixers. The mismatch switch defensively by Billy Cunningham has worked to this point. Sly Williams, different guy, going up against Malone. You think he's slightly intimidated?
Well, he could be intimidated, but what the Knicks aren't doing, they're not utilizing Sly's ability to go one-on-one. Sly is 25 feet from the hoop, and everybody is down low, keeping Sly from penetrating, therefore forcing him to shoot the outside jumper, therefore not really making Malone work defensively.
And Sly sits down. Truck Robinson is back. Knicks by 1, 69-68. 7 points for Orr. 2 minutes gone by, fourth quarter. So the Knicks now lead it 70-68. And Philadelphia has Moses Malone with Reggie Johnson and Clement Johnson. Franklin Edwards and Maurice Cheeks at the guards. Beautiful pass and the foul. Edwards on the reverse, beating Grunfeld, and the hack on Grunfeld.
Super pass by Reggie Johnson, but even better ball movement without the ball. Better movement without the ball was Edwards. He was hit as he went up for the shot by Grunfeld because Grunfeld fell asleep and he was picked off by Malone then. I knew I'd get my words together.
Oh, just a matter of time.
And you were sitting there waiting for me to go straight down the tubes.
I step away.
I noticed.
Sixers by 1, 71-70. Bernard King is back in for the Knicks. Here's Sparrow. And knocked out of bounds by Robinson. Rory Sparrow has been off the mark.
Marv, I don't want to be critical, but the Knicks aren't patient now. They're just putting up shots. They're not trying to be patient on the offensive end, so therefore they're putting up perimeter shots and not getting an opportunity to get second shots, as you see Maurice Cheeks driving to the hoop, being fouled right there by Truck Robinson.
But you know you can be critical. You're making a good point, no question about it. They are out of their game, stunned by the Sixers in the third quarter. Bill Cartwright providing no offense, still a 0 next to his name on the scorecard. Sly Williams had the good stint in the first quarter, taken out of his game here in the third. Sixers have adjusted well, and they lead by 2. Here's the steal by Johnson. So Cheeks keeps it alive. Malone. And Philadelphia with its biggest lead. 4-point margin, 74-70. Grunfeld. The quickness of Edwards. And Edwards to the line again, and he has been a major factor in the second half.
Edwards on his way to the hoop. He double pumps, goes between Ernie and Bernie, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. Again, the Knicks on the offensive end aren't moving themselves. They're moving the ball up from a little bit. They're moving the ball a little bit, but they must move the bodies.
And after a 50% shooting first half, the Knicks have cooled off considerably. In the second half, they scored only 9 points in the third quarter. Edwards now 8 for 8 from the line. And the Sixers lead it 76-70. 8:20 left in this fourth quarter. Here's Sparrow, yes. 76-72. Rory Sparrow hitting his first bucket in some time. He now has 12. And the crowd reacting as Julius Erving reports to the scorer's table. Malone. He loves that spot along the baseline. 23 points from Malone, and the Knicks down by 6.
Right now, the 76ers are clicking on all 8 cylinders, and they're playing good basketball.
And Malone again, as he did on Sunday, succeeding from the outside. Here's Sparrow. 2 out of 2 for Rory in this fourth quarter. And the Sixers lead it 78-74.
But the 76ers are making it awful tough for the Knicks to get the ball down inside, and they're forced to shoot the perimeter jumper.
This is a mandatory timeout taken by the 76ers. 7:21 remaining in the game. Philadelphia 78, the Knicks 74. Oh, no, I know it. Oh, good, okay.
Yeah.
It's a good game, though, for us, you know, in terms of excitement. You know, it's been a good game. I hope so. Madison Square Garden Cablevision, the network that brings legends to living rooms in the world of sports, now also presents diversified entertainment programming, including the classic television spy adventure series, The Avengers, the Mod world of the In Crowd on Andy Warhol's TV. That's Butcher's set. And some of the biggest names in the entertainment world with the Jonathan Schwartz Show, all on the Madison Square Garden Network. Consult your local listings for time and channel, or contact your local cable system.
With 7:21 in the fourth quarter, the Knicks are shooting 2 for 7 for 28%, and they've already turned the ball over 18 times. Far too many turnovers against this good 76er ball club.
That means 11 turnovers in the second half, and they had a total of only 7 at halftime. They led at halftime by 18 points. They led by as many as 20. It's Philadelphia ball as we resume. They lead by 4. Julius Erving back in the Sixer lineup. Here's Edwards. And rebounded by Robinson. Paul Westphal is back. He and Sparrow at the guards. Robinson, Cartwright, King up front. 7 minutes remaining in the ball game. The steal by Cheeks. Cheeks off the hesitation. The foul.
Mo Cheeks from coast to coast, coming from the weak side, knocking the ball away from Bernard King. Now you're going to see a point guard at work. He knows exactly what he wants to do. He sees Paul Westphal, Bill Cartwright. He creates the contact. He's fouled. Here you see it again. Watch him. He beats Westphal to the hoop. Now he knows Cartwright is there. He looked at him, created the contact, scored, and was fouled.
And completes the three-point play. The foul committed by Cartwright is 5th. And he's replaced by Webster. 6:45 left in the game. And the Sixers now by 7. 81-74. Here's Robinson. Webster missed the tip. Nice play by Truck. Westphal from the angle. Sixers on the run. Cheeks. And the foul.
Mo Cheeks coming on the break down the left side of the court, getting fouled by Westphal right there, keeping the concentration, putting the ball off the glass. 2 points. Here you see Cheeks again. Foul off the glass. Timeout is called.
Kenny, make a sheet with the high scores. Let's start keeping that. Who committed that last foul? Who committed the foul? Who committed the foul on Cheeks? Westfall. Did you get that, Kenny? Westfall's foul?
Yeah.
You got the foul, right, on Westfall? Westfall committed the foul. No.
That was the play.
This play.
Play before.
Cartwright committed it before. Well, yeah, okay. Well, it's circus time at Madison Square Garden, right through the 5th of June. Gunther Gable Williams, the master of the animal kingdom, the Pink Panther, all of the spine-tingling performers and hilarious clowns of the circus. Tickets on sale at the Garden box office and at Ticketron outlets. And it's been a spine-tingling second half from the Philadelphia 76er point of view. They have just whipped by the Knicks, who led by as many as 20. But the Sixers now lead at 83-74. Crowd reacting, scoreboard hosting the Milwaukee Bucks, clobbering the Boston Celtics 100-79 with 7 minutes left in that ball game. And that's game one of the best of 7. Maurice Cheeks not able to complete the three-pointer. Maurice Cheeks now with 24. He's been a big spark in the second half. The Knicks have not been able to settle down since that Sixer run, which carried through the entire third quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knicks can't locate their shot. Sparrow forces. And Malone off the board. That's my basketball, says Moses.
And nobody challenged him either.
5:45 left in the game. Malone up front now with Clement Johnson and Julius Erving. Malone making the move on Webster. It's a 2-on-1. Sparrow with Tucker. So the Knicks now trail 83-76.
Rory Sparrow getting the ball over to Trent Tucker. That is the easiest basket the Knicks have scored the second half.
Irving is fouled. Knicks did not get back down. They try to put some pressure on. And that's number 4 on Webster.
The Knicks tried to go into their half-court pressure then. The 76ers broke it by getting the ball down to Irving on the baseline. He went to the hoop and was fouled by Marvin Webster.
Clint Richardson replacing this man, Maurice Cheeks. Standing ovation for Cheeks. As I said, 24 points for the 5-year man out of West Texas State, who in college was involved in a slowdown style of basketball. There were some who felt that might not be able to score in the NBA. Maurice feels he can score if it is necessary.
True, and he was also a holdout this year to Kemp. I know Billy Cunningham is glad to have him back.
Particularly tonight with Andrew Toney sidelined by the thigh injury. Cheeks has stepped right in along with Franklin Edwards. Right now, backcourt of Edwards and Richardson. Here's King. And Crawford says, stay right here. Foul on the Sixers.
The foul was on Moses Malone, who was blocking out Truck Robinson then.
That is only the first foul picked up by Malone. Just under 5 left in the game. Knicks continue to look very tentative offensively. Truck coughs it up. But last touch by a Philadelphia foot.
Truck Robinson tried to put the ball on the floor. Edwards came over and knocked the ball away. The Knicks get the ball back.
Here's Robinson. Rebound Johnson. And it was Malone in the face of Robinson, causing the altered shot by Truck. Clement Johnson. And the foul on the Knicks That'll put Malone on the line as Robinson commits his fourth.
Truck Robinson fouling Malone as he flashed to the middle right there. And right now, with Clement Johnson in the game, Johnson is playing the pivot. This man, Moses Malone, is the power forward.
Moses 7 for 8 from the line. Very friendly rim.
Maybe it was shooter's touch.
And the Sixers by 10, looking to move in front 2-0. Game 3 at the Garden Saturday afternoon. The Knicks leading by as many as 20. Sixers with 16 consecutive points third quarter. Knicks with only 9 points in the quarter, and the Sixers taking it away from the Knicks. King got hit on the head, and he'll shoot a pair. Irving commits his third foul.
And that was the first time that the Knicks got into their half-court offense and actually moved their bodies, even though Bernard King penetrated. Players were moving, and that's what they needed to do in the third quarter.
15 points for King. Started fast in the first quarter, but he has been jockeyed in and out of the lineup because of that sprained ankle. 87-78. Sixers by 9. We're down to 4 minutes left in the game. Sixers have no trouble with the Knick pressure. Clint Richardson giving Philadelphia an 11-point edge.
And shooting the ball off the wrong foot, looking the wrong way.
All right, Sparrow fouled by Richardson. Clint tried to put the brakes on, but could not, and commits his second.
Richardson actually was going through. He thought Sparrow was going to take the jumper, fell on Sparrow, and Clint knew that I was suckered in to that fake then.
And both clubs over the foul limit. The Sixers have outscored the Knicks in the second half, 46-19.
And you will not win many ball games scoring 19 points in one half, especially at the professional ranks, college or high school.
In fact, this Knicks second half, a throwback to the 50s. I mentioned earlier that the all-time low for the Knicks in the playoffs for a quarter, 8 points against the Minneapolis Lakers back in '52. Moses Malone. Sixers lead it 91-79.
Malone scooping, putting the shot on the other side of the hoop and scoring.
Irving leading a 3-on-3. Franklin Edwards. Try to put the reverse, not enough. Down to 3 minutes left in the game. Here's Sparrow over Johnson. 91-81. Sixers by 10. Edwards breaking. Nice play by King. And Sparrow for Robinson. 91-83. The Philadelphia lead is 8, and Billy Cunningham calls for time. 2 minutes 50 seconds remaining in the game. Timeout called. We'll be back right after these messages. He may have hurt himself on that that twist on the interception. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're not. I should say that. All right. No, I won't. We could do a quick wrap up here, right? I hope. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. Festive crowd here at the Spectrum. They have enjoyed this Philadelphia 76er comeback. 2:50 remaining in the game. And the Sixers, who trailed by as many as 20, now lead by 8. This program is authorized by Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this event, including the imposition of a charge, reviewing the program without the express written consent of Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated is prohibited. Off the double team, Orr and Webster combined to sandwich Malone. And Louis Orr picks up the foul. So Moses Malone, who appeared to start off in the first half, just feeling his way, coming on very strong in the second half. Moses with 27 points. 15 rebounds. He is virtually, let's see if he gets the roll on this one. Oh, he's virtually matched his performance in terms of effectiveness. Sunday afternoon, 38 points, 17 rebounds. And the Sixers now lead at 92-83.
Now the Knicks must score every opportunity they have possession of the ball. Just as soon as I say that, Sparrow pulls up 35 feet from the hoop.
Down to 2:20 left in the ball game. Webster off the spin. Robinson fouled, so Trunk will go to the line.
Truck Robinson did a good job then of getting the inside position as Marvin Webster went up for the shot. Got the offensive rebound and was fouled, but it's important now that Robinson hits the 2 free throws.
He's 1 for 2 from the line. Foul committed by Malone, his second. There are still tickets remaining for games 3 and 4 at the Garden this weekend. Game 3 Saturday, 2 o'clock. Game 4 Sunday at 3:30. Saturday afternoon on Madison Square Garden Cable Television Network, WNEW Radio. There's Julius Erving. Malone.
Louis Orr knocking the ball away from the spinning Irving. Robinson trying to save it. Malone ends up with it, and he scores on an easy layup.
11-point Sixer lead. Trunk Robinson and the foul. So Trunk will go to the line looking for a 3-point play.
Robinson receiving the ball down low, going to his left, using his left hand. He scored against Malone. A good power move by Truck Robinson. Here's another angle. Gets the ball, beats the double team, uses his left hand and scores.
3-point play for Robinson, 94-86. The Knicks are down. Trunk has 22. Richardson in traffic. Richardson and Cheeks at the guards. They trap Cheeks. 10 on the shot clock. Sixers looking to use that clock. Here's Irving. And a loose ball foul on Philadelphia. Trent Tucker pummeled on the rebound, so he will go to the line with the Sixers over the limit.
And these 2 free throws will really make this interesting because the Knicks would not be out of it. They would only be 6 down with 1 minute and 22 seconds to go, and you have to believe they will put full court pressure on the 76ers.
All right, Trent Tucker, 67% free throw shooter. 94-87. Sixers lead it by 7. Trent looking for his 10th point. And it is now down to a 6-point Philadelphia lead. Farrell with the pressure on Cheeks. Cheeks handling it beautifully to get across. Down to a minute 10 left. Here's Irving. Knicks looking for the offensive foul on Irving. 5 on the shot clock. Cheeks. All right, 55 seconds remaining in the ball game. Tucker was 3-point range and then looked over at the bench. He had the shot. And Hubie Brown was, I believe he was saying, take the shot. Instead, the Knicks call for time. Trent Tucker, that time, had his attention diverted because he thought that Hubie Brown was calling something from the bench.
Well, with the 20-second timeout that the Knicks have called, Hubie is more or less telling them what he would like to do offensively and make sure everybody knows what they are supposed to do. But that was a golden opportunity for Tucker to pull up and shoot the 20-foot jumper because he's very good at that range, and it looks like that he was in good rhythm. So you can look at that two ways. Unless the Knicks score on the play, it would still be a good move by Hubie Brown.
Shame it is now the Knicks set up what they had as they inadvertently called the timeout. Yeah. Down to 12 on the shot clock. And now they're looking for Tucker. Can't find him 3-point range. So here's Orr kicking it away. And the Sixers take over on the turnover. Julius. Oh. Julius Irving providing the exclamation point to what will be a Philadelphia 76er victory. As the Knicks call for time, they're now down 96-88 with 36 seconds remaining in the game. All right, 36 seconds remaining. Here's Cartwright moving on Clement Johnson. Or, yes, and it counts with 31 seconds remaining.
Bill Cartwright on his way to the hoop, puts up the right-handed running layup, misses it. Louis Orr tipping in the missed shot. The Knicks are down by 6 with 31 seconds to go.
So Louis Orr, who is 2 for 2 from the line with 10 points in all, has a foul shot upcoming.
And Cunningham made a wise substitution. He got Richardson out of the game and put in Edwards, anticipating the Knicks going into their pressure defense and fouling.
Knicks have 1 timeout left. Sixers have 2. 96-91. Philadelphia by 5. Now we're down to 25 seconds left. And the Sixers open it up. Malone is fouled. Combination of Robinson and Webster. So that stops the clock. Moses, who is 10 for 12 from the line, and taking advantage of a very friendly rim at this end of the court, will shoot 2. Webster commits his 5th.
But that play shows you exactly what happened to the Knicks the second half. If you're going to foul, you foul right away. You do not let the 76ers eat up 12 seconds like they did and then foul, because it doesn't serve any purpose.
All right, Moses blows the 2, and the Knicks call for time. And that is their final timeout.
In the huddle, Hubie Brown will draw up a play. He will say, we need a quick basket right away, regardless if it's a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer. That's important. The Knicks have to score. And then he will tell his ball club to get into their pressure defense, and as soon as the 76ers inbounds the ball, foul. Do not let them use up the clock. And try to foul a poor free throw shooter if at all possible.
Or you might want to foul Malone because he missed his last 2.
Why not? But he won't be around the ball, I'm sure.
Yes. All right, game 3 of this best of 7 at Madison Square Garden Saturday afternoon. 2 o'clock ball game. Game 4 Sunday at 3:30. And there are still tickets remaining for the Knicks home playoff games against the 76ers Saturday and Sunday. Tickets available at the Garden box office or at any Ticketron location. 18 seconds left. Philadelphia leading 96-91. And a look at the timeout situation. The Sixers do still have those 2 left.
And the Knicks have none. They have 0. And Billy Cunningham has substituted Clint Richardson for Franklin Edwards just for defense. If the Knicks should score, he may call a timeout and move the ball full court, half court, excuse me, or he may just call a timeout for the substitution sake and put Franklin Edwards back into the game.
And while there was talk before the game that Cunningham might be forced to use Irving in the backcourt, it has not been necessary because Franklin Edwards came off the bench, played well. Clint Richardson has done the job. And the Sixers getting the solid game out of Maurice Cheeks. Andrew Toney out of action along with Bobby Jones today. Time slipping away, down to 10 seconds. Orr not able to hit, and a loose ball on Orr with 9 seconds left. So they'll walk down to the Philadelphia end. Sixers lead it by 5. 9 seconds remaining.
Bill Cartwright has been in what you would call a funk all night. Then he should have gone to the hoop as soon as he couldn't find a teammate open and see if he could score then. He wasted a lot of time. The Knicks put up the shot that they didn't want to, and then Louis Orr picked up the foul trying to follow the shot.
Bill will not enjoy looking back at this one.
No, he will not.
98-91. Philadelphia by 7 out of 5 seconds. Here's Sparrow looking from 3-point range. And that is it. The Philadelphia 76ers coming back from a 20-point deficit. Big third quarter for the Sixers, holding the Knicks to 9 points in the third, outscoring the Knicks 24-9, reeling off 16 straight points, and pulling away in the fourth quarter to defeat the Knicks 98-91. Moses Malone with a terrific second half, finishes with a total of 10 field goals and 10 out of 14 from the line for 30 points. High point man, Maurice Cheeks, providing 26 for the Sixers. Julius Irving with 20. Bernard King, who looked okay at the start, but remains to be seen as to what his physical situation is going into Game 3. It remains to be seen how much damage, if any, was done out here today. But Bernard had 16, and Truck Robinson with 22, Rory Sparrow with a total of 17 points. So the Sixers now lead it 2 games to nothing as they beat the Knicks here at the Spectrum 98-91. We'll be back in a moment. Do you want a final comment from Butch? What do you look for Game 3? I mean, what the Garden crowd? Moses will take on the Garden crowd. Leon, do you want a final comment from Butch? Or do you want me to okay, we should. Okay. All right. Okay. Back at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, where the Sixers have jumped in front of the best of 7, 2 games to nothing, beating the Knicks here 98-91, and doing it without Andrew Toney and Bobby Jones. Billy Cunningham has to feel delighted with the effort tonight as the Sixers took it away from the Knicks in the third quarter.
You're right, Marv, and the Knicks have to be disheartened in the fact that this was a golden opportunity for them to win a game in Philadelphia in this series. The 76ers came out the second half and played extremely good basketball, aggressive defense, and their offense was good. Their transition game was good. I don't know what the Knicks will do to come back for the third game, but I do know that they will come out and play hard in the Garden Saturday afternoon.
It remains to be seen. The physical status of Bernard King, that's a major factor, and the Knicks have to get offense from the center position, where Moses Malone just took it all over Bill Cartwright and Marvin Webster. So that wraps things up from the Spectrum. Game 3 at the Garden Saturday afternoon. Thanks to our statistician, Ken Albert. This is Marv Albert along with Alfred Butch Beard from the Spectrum in Philly. Again, the final. The Philadelphia 76ers 98 and the New York Knicks 91.